Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aja if you are new here. So listen, I know when I started rebooting my channel, like 2 years ago, I made a very long, I didn't mean for it to be that long, High School Musical, the musical, this series video, talking about seasons 1 and 2. Then not too long after I made that video, the season 3 was announced that it was going to happen. So then I made a High School Musical, the musical, the series season 3 predictions video. Now, High School Musical, the musical, the series season 3 premiered about almost a year ago. Did I watch it? Yes, I did. I watched it when it was happening in real time, week by week. I just didn't have time to sit down with my thoughts and make a video about it then. But I have recently rewatched the entire series, so I have new thoughts, new perspectives. But we are really going to be diving into what I truly thought about season 3. Let's get into it. So I usually do this thing where I go from the least relevant character to the most relevant, but I'm not going to be doing that this time. We are talking about Gina first. Miss Gina, she was trying to live her best life this season. She was trying to live her best life this season, and life wouldn't let her be great. I don't understand why her life is always terrible, but life won't let her be great, and I feel for her for that. So, first of all, I don't know how we got astray from the original plot line. If you guys remember in season 1, Gina told Nene that she was going to have to let her know how it felt to be an understudy or something that is not the lead, because she had always been the lead. So why is it when we get to this season, she's like, this is my first time going out for the lead? She's always been the lead. First of all, she's always been the lead. She wasn't the lead 2 times, just a simple 2 times. So for 1 year, 1 whole year, she wasn't the lead. So how do we even get astray from that plot line? Did they forget that they wrote that? I think they did. There's a lot of things that they forget that they write on this show, and I've noticed. The whole Gina 1.0 thing that they did, I was like, you can mention this Gina 1.0 thing, but you forget she's always been the lead, that you wrote that. But there is a loophole to this. I will admit. She did say this is her first time really going out for the lead. I don't know what she was doing when she was going out for the lead for Beauty and the Beast in High School Musical. Was that just a half-assed job that she could have almost got? I don't know. But, again, I don't understand what happens to that plot line, and I would like to know. And please don't mention that shit in season 4. Please don't even think about being like, I still ain't never got the lead. Please. Please. Now, her and EJ's relationship was doomed from the start. First of all, I'm going to talk about how I feel given with Gina's perspective first, and I will talk about EJ's perspective about this relationship a bit later. I understand why Gina was very, very upset. She tried her best to really give EJ the benefit of the doubt. He had a lot on his plate with the show, and he had all these newfound stressors about it. But I really understand, she kept dropping the hint episode by episode by episode that maybe they're not spending enough time together, and maybe he needs to carve out some time for her. I understand about that. But the other thing I'm trying to really get at is they were only there for 2 weeks. What happened to the other 6 weeks? I don't know whether the other 6 weeks happened before we got to this season, but I don't think it did, because it did say a month later And I do believe they were still on this summer break from school, because I'm going to assume that season 4 starts right at the beginning of the school year for them. So it's only 2 weeks, Gina. I understand he probably should have spent time with you or carved out some time for you, but you don't think you could have just like pushed it through another 3 days? Like the camp was about to be over 2 days later, so I don't understand why she couldn't wait 2 more days for the show to be done and then be like, hey EJ, since I let you spend the entire 2 weeks with this, how about now we spend some time together, or whatever you're gonna do with your dad about the St. Louis thing. Like, I don't know, she should have maybe gave it a little bit more time. I feel like 2 weeks is really nothing compared to like this entire summer break that they were gonna have. Like, that's 8 weeks. Like, what happened? I think she could have been a little bit more patient, but I understand exactly where she's coming from. Like, he really wasn't spending no time with her. She was spending all of her time with Courtney and Ashlyn or Ricky. So I that's just I don't know what else to say about that. Like, I think the entire relationship was doomed from the start when EJ got handed the show. Like, I don't know what it about this show, but they don't never want anyone to last for an entire season. I think the only two couples that they let last are supposed side characters. Like, Ashlyn and Big Red's relationship has been going on for a while, and so has Seb and Carlos. So I just think that's interesting, right? Like, but like the main characters, apparently none of them can get a relationship that lasts for a whole season. That's very sickening. Now I really loved how Gina was a girl's girl. Like, she has really fully come into her element, that she has friends. She doesn't have to always see girls as a competition or an enemy. She has made a good solid group of friends, and she is being a girl's girl. She was being there for Ashlyn. She was being real with Ashlyn when Ashlyn was being Delulu. She was there for Courtney when Courtney was having her anxiety flare-ups. She was being there for the girlies, and I really love that, because we've seen her just come from, like, she's straying away from making friends because she moves all the time. She's trying not to get hurt by or being attached by being friends, and she's really coming to her own with really having a good solid girl group. I really love the Ashley and Courtney Gina friendship. I love what they've done with that this entire time. It started from like the real basis of season 1 when Ashton asked her to move in, and then it's just continued on from there. I really love that. Of course I wish that Nene was able to be a part of that friendship, or be a part of that circle, or have a good friendship with Gina. But we will get to Nene later, because I have some words to say. Anyway, overall, I really loved her style this season. I feel like she was really being a little fashionista, little Fashion Nova moment for her. I love the hair. I love the color on her. I really think a lighter color suits her. I love the braids. I love the color. For this next season, I'm really interested in finding out what is going to go on with her and Ricky's relationship now that is actually a thing. Because she's a junior and he is a senior. So again, with the algorithm that I'm seeing, I'm not seeing it lasting. But you know, we're gonna see what happens, what trials and tribulations they're gonna go through. I'm just trying to be realistic. Like, the algorithm is not algorithming for main characters to stay in a relationship, but yeah. We're gonna see. Next, Ricky. First of all, I don't even know what that thing with Lily was. And I don't even know why it happened. I don't know if they just like the actress so much that they really paid her to appear in one episode of this season. for 2 scenes, but I didn't like it. I don't like Lily. I don't like Lily at all. She scares me. Her eyes, she's just like staring at Ricky, and it's just like I don't even know how that even came to be, given that they literally had about 3 interactions and they all lasted 1 minute. So I don't understand how that came to be, and I don't understand why he did that. I don't understand why they wrote that. But yeah. Again, let's move. Just this is going to be my hot take, and people might jump me for it. But to me, after rewatching this series, Ricky and Gina give off best friends vibes. The writers try really hard at the very last minute to impose this sort of romantic feelings towards them for each other. But for the most part, I think they have really good chemistry because they are best friends. They are best friends, and I don't see what you guys are seeing. I'm not Arena stan. Now, are you asking me if I'm a Rini stan? Yes. Yes, I am. And I'm going to tell you why. They seem like best friends to me. When we were in season 1 and they were trying to imply that they kind of had some sort of romantic feelings for each other, I was seeing best friends. Like, they seem to have this bond about not having a very good family life, and you can do that as friends. What is wrong with having a platonic boy-girl relationship? What's wrong with that? There's just about none on this show. Just about none. And I think they should just be best friends. That's my opinion. Of course, they are now boyfriend and girlfriend. But if I wrote this show, that would not happen. If I wrote the show, a lot of things that happen would not happen. But I digress. I see them really as best friends. And I say this mostly because Ricky really doesn't need to be relationship jumping the way that he is. This is literally Ricky's the whole series. This is what he's been doing. Relationship with Nene. Out of a relationship with Nene because he fucked up. Trying to get Nene back. This supposed liking towards Gina, even though I think they're best friends. Gets back into a relationship with Nene. In a relationship with Nene. We're in season 2 now. Out of a relationship with Nene. Nothing. Where he should have been in therapy. Then we get to season 3. All of a sudden, he has this thing with Lily. Then he gets out of this thing with Lily. And then all of a sudden, he's pining to Gina. Now he's in a relationship with Gina. Tell me where in this does it seem like he had a second to really heal and mend himself to be great for the next girl. He didn't. That's the correct answer. The correct answer is he didn't. He did not take a break in order to really have any type of personal healing. He has a lot of family problems going on. He has a lot of feelings of how he feels about his family issues. He is not cool with his mom and dad not being together. He is not cool with his mom having a boyfriend. He is not cool with his mom moving to Chicago from Salt Lake City, Utah. He is not cool with this. And he has not had the time to really sit there and go to family therapy. That's what actually should happen. Everyone keeps saying Ricky needs therapy. The whole family needs to go to family therapy. Because apparently none of them know how to communicate with each other. And that's why their child has communication issues. That's something else people don't like to realize about Ricky Bowen. He has communication problems. He doesn't like to talk about his feelings. He starts feeling something and he just lets it pine in him, and then he just takes it out on his fucking girlfriend or whoever the fuck, and everyone's confused because it's just like, where is this coming from? Like, why are you even acting like this? And then all of a sudden he's not in a relationship anymore because he doesn't know how to just simply say his feelings. Think about it. Think about it. When him and Nene got back together, he was being very clingy and very needy because his parents had split up. His mom moved to Chicago, and he just felt like he wasn't getting the love and care that he needed. He was trying to reach it and steal it from Nene, and Nene was like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, we spend enough time together. I can't have a little minute to myself. But you see how he was needy, and the whole family needs family therapy. Ricky's mom needs therapy by her fucking self because I hate that bitch. And Ricky needs therapy by himself too, so he can really be a good boyfriend. He's not a good boyfriend. That's really what it is. He's not a good boyfriend. He was very unsupportive towards Nene in her career. He kind of just about almost hated just about everything Nene did. So what's to say that even though he's evolved as a person, I'm not going to say that. He's definitely evolved as a person. Like, he used to hate theater, now he loves it, and he realizes this is just like a really good part for him, and this is really good for him. But who's to say, like, Gino wants to go on some adventurous expedition that you think he's going to support that? I'm not going to say he hasn't been very much better in his character growth, but he needs a lot of work, and he's not a good boyfriend. He doesn't need to be in a relationship. Him and the family need therapy. Him and the family need therapy. He was telling Gina that maybe EJ needs to share his feelings and yada yada yada. Shut up. You need to know how to do the same thing too. Okay? He's not a good boyfriend. And again, I see Gina and Ricky as best friends vibes. Because you wanna know why? It's something else. Ricky is still in love with Nene. Now let's be real. Ricky is still in love with Nene. When we were watching season 3 and Ashlyn goes, oh my god, did everyone get a card from Nene? His entire breath, he stopped breathing for a second. He was like, Nene? Puppy dog eyes. He looked like a lost puppy dog. He was like, he froze for a minute. He would never do that shit with Gina. He's never ever reacted when hearing Gina's name like that. All he did was hear Nene's name and he stopped breathing. He's still in love with Nene. And I can go to a certain length and say maybe Nene still cares a lot for Ricky, given that she didn't necessarily give him a card, but she gave him the last thing on his bucket list because she remembered about it for his 18th with the lotto ticket. I know she's not coming back, but I'm just saying, if she ever came back, if Nene ever came back, he would run to her. He'd be like, who's Gina? He would run to her, and let's just be very honest about that. This next season for him, I don't know how it's going to go. I loved his friendships. The friendships that the show will let him have. With Carlos, I love that friendship. I love it. And I love that he was really trying to build this friendship with Jet and help him out with his problems. I love that. I really did. But this next season, I don't know what's going to go on for Ricky Bowen. I just hope life ain't too hard on him. I hope he's a supportive boyfriend. But I don't really see that happening. Senior year, he's going to crumble and crash. It's a lot of change for him, and he has a hard time with change. He doesn't like it. So, I don't know what to, I don't know what to, we'll see. Next, EJ. Okay. This is where I'm going to talk about the other half of this relationship problem with EJ. He should have carved out time for Gina. He could have spent those 5 minutes at that dance putting down that script to dance with her. He could have spent probably what was an hour or two with that color war thing, spending time with Gina. He could have spent an hour every day at that camp spending time with Gina. But he didn't. I understand he had a lot of things to do with the show. He was the director. He had to make sure everything, all the sets were being built, the costumes were being made, the actors know their scripts, the markings and the blocking and this and that, and this stress of this being filmed for a documentary and the people for the documentary trying to ruin the whole thing and all of that and all those stressors, and then the stressor of his dad saying like, I don't really support what you're doing with your life. You need to go to St. Louis for this training success school and yada yada yada. Understand, but and maybe he doesn't know how to balance things in his life. Obviously he doesn't, but it just seemed like he should have really understood the hints that Gina was trying to give to him and really spent at least some time during the day with her. Like, hey, I can only spend 30 minutes with you right now. I really have a lot to do, but I will spend 30 minutes dedicated to you right now, or an hour or something. Let's eat lunch together or dinner together, something. I think he should have did something, and he should have picked up on the hints, but it didn't happen, and that's why they broke up. I understand. But this other thing, I'm tired of EJ dating people that are not his own age. He was dating Nene, dating Gina. Let's get EJ to date someone his own age. You know who else? This is actually another person that's not a good boyfriend either. When he was with Nene, he was all about he was going about trying to help her in the wrong way so badly that he was just really jealous to a point that he fucked up the relationship. And obviously with Gina, I think he was trying to help her with this show, maybe try to get her a big break or something. But again, he was kind of doing things for the wrong reasons, and she fucked up because he wasn't spending actual personal time with her. So I'm seeing it and I'm getting it. But he's not really that good of a boyfriend either. Just about the only person that is a good boyfriend are Carlos and Seb to each other. And Big Red. I'm trying to tell you guys that they're not letting the main characters be great. They're hindering them. You know, sometimes with a main character, you could let a main character be great for a little while, just a little bit. They're not letting them do that. Yeah, I really do think EJ needs to start dating people his own age. He has graduated. He does not need to be messing around with any more high school girls. He needs to be dating someone college age. I know they were trying to initially imply that maybe EJ and Val had a thing because that's why Gina was jealous, but him and Val are really good friends. Something we should carry on about. Boys and girls can be friends. And that's it. They don't have to have any romantic feelings for each other all the time. Yeah. His dad is a piece of shit. Actually, I cried. I cried when he called his dad and his dad couldn't tell him he was proud of him. All he was doing was just saying, please, just say you're proud of me. And he hung up the fucking phone on him. I'll jump him. I'll actually jump his dad. Those two parents in the show I don't like, Ricky's mom, EJ's dad. They need to bounce. 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 Like, need to bounce. I hope in this next season, I don't know how big of a role he will have in this next season, given that everyone's going back to school and he is taking this supposed gap year. I'm thinking, hopefully, that we just see him be more confident and do what he loves. Fuck what your dad say. And he needs a haircut. I did not like his hair in this season. He needs a haircut. Get rid of that shaggy ass look. Next, Ashlyn. I'm sort of getting what I want. If you remember, when I spoke about it before in my very first High School Musical series video, I said, or either that or I said in the predictions video or something, I said I feel like Ashlyn is gay. I got what I wanted. Now, I wanted her with Gina because, to me, also, on top of me thinking that Gina and Ricky are best friends, I also feel like Gina is gay. So, I really wanted Gina and Ashlyn together. And there was also a point in time that I wanted Gina and Nene together. Because you can't tell me that in that one scene in season 2 that you weren't, like, rooting for them to kiss. But I'm finally getting something that I wanted. I wanted a gay woman on the show. There was no gay woman on the show until this season. I don't know why. I don't understand why shows do that. They are always so focused on gay men. Okay, great. You can include gay women too. Like, I don't know. But I finally got what I wanted. Seeing her really come to terms and realizing that her sexuality may not be straight is so... Thank you, Disney Plus, for doing something. Thank you. The whole thing I thought with the whole Leo rising astrology thing, I felt like she was going to eventually have a crush towards Maddox. That is not how that went. She did somehow come into terms with having this sort of crush on Val, because Val was doing what Maddox was doing, but in a way that was a bit more subtle and professional. They were doing the same thing. They were reading Ashlyn down, but Val was doing it ethically, and Maddox was just doing it because she was like doing it. They were doing the same thing. That's why I thought she was eventually going to realize she might have had a crush on Maddox, but that's not how that went. She ended up figuring out she had a crush on Val. I also really liked the storyline with her coming to terms that she was being humbled. Like, she did get the lead, and she always felt like she didn't deserve to be the lead, even though she was really good at it. But her being humbled into this ensemble role was also interesting to me, because it was like showing like you can't always stay on this high horse of always getting the lead. Like, theater comes with fluctuations. Might get the lead this time, you might get an ensemble this time, you might get a supporting character one time. Like, that to me seems like, she was getting confident, but now she has to be confident that whatever role that she gets, she just has to be the best at it. I like that too. Briefly mentioning Big Red, because he was not in the season, unfortunately. Big Red being bi too, them having this conversation about like him having new feelings, and then like she was understanding what he was talking about. I loved that. Bi couple. I hope nothing happens to them, but Maddox just has this crush on Ashlyn, so we don't know what's gonna happen. I'm rooting for Ashlyn and Big Red, but I'm probably not going to get a woman loves woman relationship in this show, unfortunately. But I mean, I don't know whether to root for lesbians or to root for love. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But we will see what happens. Like, I'm just glad that they finally gave that to me. I think they've been hearing my calls. I actually do. I think they've been hearing my calls. I kept saying over and over again into the universe, Ashlyn is gay, Ashlyn is gay. So maybe now I should say Gina is gay, Gina is gay, Gina is gay. So like I can get that. I'm probably not. I'm probably not. I'm probably not, unfortunately. So yeah, in this next season, I'm interested to see what this thing between her. I'm hoping that everything is good between her and Big Red, and they're just existing like they have been. But you know, Maddox might have this little crush on her. So, and Maddox and Jet, it looks like they are going to be in this season. So we'll see how that goes. Courtney, I love that entire storyline that they have with her trying to overcome her fears and deal with her anxiety in a better way. I feel like we rarely get to see black girls on TV really to be shown dealing with something like that, like anxiety or depression. I really like that for Courtney, especially because when we first got introduced to Courtney, she was a very confident human being. She was like, I'm going to take down the patriarchy. We're gonna be independent women. And it just seemed as time went on, you kind of got to see her be a bit insecure with herself. Like when she blew out that mic system, she was like, I don't feel as comfortable singing out loud like that anymore. Or even with this whole the Howie thing, like she was kind of exploring like she's never really been like a boy, like into boys like that. So now she has to kind of deal with this, and I loved seeing that for her. It was really great seeing that. I actually like that. I love that she got the lead. Black Elsa and Black Anna. I didn't even congratulate Gina on that. Gina got Black Anna and she got Black Elsa. Like, woo! I love seeing that. But I'm hoping that now maybe because of course now Nene is now out of the picture, that maybe we are seeing both her and Gina be more in these like lead spaces, because I have to root for the black girls. I have to root for the black girls. When Nene was on the show, she was such the main character that I couldn't even. I was just like, she's the main character. Like, give her what she wants. But now that she's not there anymore, I need the main characters to be Gina and Courtney. So I have to root for the black girls. This next season, Jet's gonna be there. Jet kind of has this little crush on her. I'm gonna see how we deal with that, because black girls deserve love too. And that's the other thing with Gina. Ricky doesn't deserve her. She needs someone that actually deserves her. The black girls need people who deserve them. So yeah, I don't know what else to deal with Courtney in this season. I'm really hoping that we just see more of her independence and more of her confidence, and whatever this thing with Jet might be, we will see. So Maddox and Jet, I'm going to speak about them at the same time. I want to know why one is Wasian and one is Blasian, and how they are siblings, because that is not adding up to me. Because obviously the one factor that they have in common is that they are both Asian. So obviously I'm thinking the mom is Asian, but do they have different dads? Or maybe, I don't know. Because one is Asian, one is Blasian. Unless we're doing that whole Roger and Hammerstein thing, like Cinderella, like when the prince was Filipino, but he had a white dad and a black mom, and I just have to ignore it. That's fine. Just tell me if I have to ignore it. But it's not clicking. It's not click, especially because you made it where they kind of have like at least one race in common. So I'm just kind of like, what's the tea? Anyway, I liked the sibling dynamic on the show. I loved it. Um, Seeing that they both have regrets or they were both hurt with how they treated one another, even though they used to be really close as kids. He messed up. He outed her to to their parents, and she never wanted to forgive him for that, and she always gave him a hard time. Um, she's the older sister. She's the older one, so as older sisters, you're always kind of constantly taking care of the younger ones, and maybe she just got fed up with that. Like she always said that he always got in trouble, and she was always around when they all had to clean up his mess, and the attention was centering more around him because he was, in trouble all the time. I understand that as an older sister myself. Like, I get it. Like, she was probably fed the fuck up. And, like, the last line was him outing her. Even though he did say, like, I didn't know it was a girl. I just thought, like, we aren't allowed to date. And I wanted to know why she got to date and not me. So that's why, like, he didn't know. He messed up. But, like, there's a line. And I'm really glad that not just Ricky, like Ricky was really the main factor into trying to help them like get their shit together, but like everyone around them was kind of like, I think you guys need to really have a conversation. I think you guys really need to talk to really like help them get back together to be really good siblings to each other. And I really think we got there, and I really love that because we don't really see a sibling dynamic on the show. We only saw Gina's brother one time, and obviously she's always like, we don't really have a relationship. He's like a free spirit. He goes where he goes. But I really in this next season, since they're going to be in the next season, I want to see then like however we get to know people better in 8 episodes. So for a final season. So maybe, I'm just trying to see, like, how they really are together and, like, how great of siblings they are together and how they're there for each other in this next season. And, of course, like I said, like, this Maddox thing with Ashlyn and maybe even Maddox's ex. I actually really like that Maddox is gay, too. Like, thank you. Let's get the gay women going. Let's get the gay women rolling. Maybe her ex might be back in the picture, or she's just really focusing on Ashlyn and Jet with this Courtney thing. Maybe they can help each other out with that. I don't know, but I'm really excited to see both of them in this next season. At first, I remember when I was watching this show the first time when it was coming out week by week, that I did not really like Maddox until I found out she was gay. So then I was like, everything beforehand actually kind of makes sense. But rewatching it, I was just kind of like, I don't even know why I didn't like her, but like, she was fine. She was just a little quirky. So, yeah, I think it will be interesting to really see them and get to know them better in this next season. Okay, we're going to speed run through a few extra characters before I get to Miss Nene Salazar Roberts. Carlos, I liked him this season. Not much to say about him. I really liked, though, that he is trying to become more comfortable with hanging around the boys. I know he's always preferred to like really hang out around the girls, but seeing him hang out with the boys and the boys trying to like really get him to like be involved in whatever they're doing, even not too much, like just in a few things because they know him as a person. They just want to hang out with Carlos, and I think that's sweet, and I really like him and Ricky's relationship. I think it's cute. I think it's sweet. I think they can be really best buds, and I'm just excited to see what's going to happen with him in this next season. I believe he was a sophomore when we met him, so he is going to be a junior now too, I think, along with Seb. So I don't think he's graduating, but I'm excited to see more of him and Seb and being him. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong about him being a junior this year for the season. I think he is, because I don't think he was a junior like Like me, I think the only people who were juniors were Nene, Ricky, Courtney, and Big Red. I don't even think I think Ashton's a junior, and I know Gina is a junior, and I think Carlos and Seb are juniors this year as well. And then of course EJ was the older one; he was a senior, so he's graduated. So I think that is the the grade levels. I don't know what grade level Maddox and Jet are in. Especially with Maddox being the older one, so I'm going to assume that they're going to be in two different grades. Don't know where they fall. But yeah, I think that's how that goes. And if I were to guess, I would guess that maybe Maddox is now a senior and Jet is a junior. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm just excited to see more of whatever Carlos and Seb have to bring. I love that little Seb cameo that we got. I like having the little cameos from the other people that were not involved in season 3 show up. Miss Jen. Interesting that she is dating Ricky's dad. Obviously, we did not see her either. I really don't care for Miss Jen after season 2. I think she was being a really horrible teacher. She was really putting only her interests first. She was not really caring about the kids' thoughts and feelings about that whole Minky thing. So really, I can only hope that in this season that she is a better teacher. She better be, or she's going to piss me off. And last for last, I just mentioned I put something down for Val on my script thing over here, but she was cool. She's cool. She's definitely a psych student. I enjoyed seeing her in this season. I think she was a good addition, even though we're not going to see her anymore. But now, Miss Nene Salazar Roberts, saving the best for last. This is going to be more about Olivia than Nene. But as to Nene, I'm glad that she's going to follow her dreams. And, everyone's happy for her. I've never understood Nene hate, ever. People have always painted her out to be like some type of role stealer. Like, she was the main character. I don't understand. She would never stole a role that she didn't deserve, unless EJ has something to do about it. And I think Nene hate is made up because people hate Olivia, and I think people hate Olivia because you guys hate women. And I think you guys hate new artists. That's a whole different story for another day. You guys, the general public does not treat new artists well. Like, you do not at all. Like, that's a story for a different day. If you want a video on that, I could probably go on a 10-minute tangent about that. But never understood Nene hate. Never understood Olivia hate. So yeah. But to speak on really what Nene is, I have to talk about Olivia. Olivia! Why did you leave the show? I should have got a call. As your PR manager, Olivia, I should have got a call that you were like, I'm not going to be in this season and I'm leaving the fucking show. She should have told me that she just doesn't, she just wants to focus on her music career right now. String Vampire, I did a live reaction video to that, by the way. Go watch. Great song, spoiler alert. But she should have called me saying, I don't really feel like I need to be focused on the acting shit right now. She should have told me and said, I just want to focus on the music right now and I'm quitting the show. I would have appreciated the call. Now, can't argue with me saying that a big part of season 3 felt a bit empty because she wasn't there. Given it was only 8 episodes, which is something. I'm going to talk about it in a second. Like, a big part when I was first watching the season, when it was releasing, I was just like, where is she? Like, this big part of something was missing. And it was her. It's her. She was the main character, whether you guys liked it or not. She really made the show. She used to be the face of this entire show. Like, when you go and search up High School Musical, the musical, the series on Disney Plus right now, every single poster for the however many specials and shows that they've made has her face on it. The only one that does not have her face on it is this current one for the actual show, because she's gone. Now they're focusing more on Gina and Ricky and EJ, and they're gonna switch that poster again anyway. It's probably just gonna be Gina and Ricky, but like, she was the show, and she made the show, and she was the face of the show, and you cannot tell me that at least a decent part of just something that you feel inside your soul was missing, and it was because she wasn't there. I mean, they gave us 2 episodes with her. Well, they didn't even really gave us 2 episodes with her. They gave us an episode and about 2 extra scenes, 3 extra scenes or whatever. Like, she showed up at the end, which I loved, to support them. I don't think Olivia shot something for season 4. I really don't feel like she did. When I was watching the teaser trailer for season 4, I was like, I don't think she will just pop up out of the blue somewhere. She's not in any of the promotion pictures, so I really don't think, because they put her in the promotion pictures for season 3, even though she was not in that season. So I really don't think she's gonna pop up unless she does, and I really hope she does. Like, at the last episode, I really hope she shows up. But if she doesn't, I understand. Like, Olivia's a busy girl, but you can't tell me, like, she was a big part was missing. And I was just like, I wish she was here. She was the show. She kind of carried the show on her back, but now the show has to be carried on Sophia Wiley's back. Sophia Wiley was really carrying season 2, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm upset personally that she left the show, but I understand. It seems like she's really trying to focus on her music career, and just kind of focus on that and hone in on that. I don't ever know if she would ever go back to acting. I was kind of hoping that for her, that she was trying to guide herself out of this Disney thing as an actor into some more serious roles, but I don't know. She might end up being the Disney kid forever in that aspect. Kind of like Selena, even though now Selena has moved on into a better role with Only Murderers in the Building, or maybe even like Demi or Miley and people like that. Yeah, like, I know I just named like Disney greats right now, so I'm putting her up there. She's having a really good career right now in music, so I'm not gonna oppose to her like being like one of those Disney greats. Like, you knew her from Disney, and now she's like this big pop rising star. But yeah, a big part was missing. But I don't think she shot anything for season 4, nor is she going to be a cameo in season 4. Even though I hope she will, I will hold out a little hope. But I don't think she did. Overall, season 3 to me is the worst season out of the 3. My favorite season personally is season 1. I think it's the best season. And I really do think if you're ranking it best to worst, it's 1, 2, 3. When I was watching it week by week, I was just like, this is kind of bad. This is kind of terrible. But when I rewatched it, it was like, it wasn't really that bad. Maybe I don't know. But like, it's not my favorite season. It's not a season I would say like I would look forward to rewatching again in the future. And they did a lot of things in this season as far as the layout of it that I was kind of confused on. The very random cuts to music videos I did not like, and when we were watching season 1, every time they started singing a song, it felt real and authentic. Like, yeah, you should be singing this song right now. In season 2, they did do it a couple of times where they would start singing a song and it would seem like a music video. But they did that a lot in this season, and I didn't like it. It just seemed just about almost every song they sang just was this random cut to a music video. Especially they did it every time Sophia had a solo or Sophia had a song, and they did it just about every time Ricky had a song too. It just seemed like that. It didn't seem, the songs didn't seem as real and authentic when they were cutting to them as they used to be. I didn't like a lot of the songs in this season actually. I didn't. It just seemed like when we get to Dara's song that she sings, it seems like when Gina, Ashlyn, and Maddox start singing, you hear the auto-tune right away, and I don't like that. I just didn't like a lot of the songs in the season. I do like a few. I did like Dara's song. I did like a couple other ones. I didn't like a lot of the big numbers, like group big numbers. I didn't like the everyday cover. Yeah, there was a lot. I didn't like the song that Corbin was in, like what that he did with Sophia. I didn't like that one either. He's way more talented than that for them to be making him do that. Like he has more talent than that for him to be sounding like that in that song. Yeah, I just didn't enjoy a lot of the songs in the season. I didn't really enjoy how it just seemed like a lot of the songs got cut to this big old music video-esque number. Like I didn't like that. I also don't understand why only 8 episodes. We're getting 8 episodes from the last season. We're getting 8 episodes for this upcoming season, when season 1 was 10 episodes and season 2 was 12. And I thought we were making progression, but it seems like we've gone really back. I want to know why we're just getting 8 episodes. And you know, these episodes aren't very long. They're just about 30-40 minutes. So I'm just kind of like, what's going on? As always, I always get very pissed off when we get to the actual plays in these shows. They piss me off real bad. Because they're always having some type of mess going on, and I hate it. It's like that's not what actually happens when most of what they do in that show does not actually happen when you're putting it on the musical. So there can be tinks here and there, but like, ooh, it always be pissing me off. And I also always asked to see the play. We actually do not know if the characters themselves are good actors, because we never get to see them act. We're always seeing them singing. I appreciate that we cut to the play to see the songs, but I want to see an acting scene. I don't know about you, but I want to see an acting scene, a few of them. Let me see if they are good actors. We know the actors of the characters are good actors, right? So why can't I figure out if the characters of the actors of the characters are good actors? Like, does that make sense? I just want to know if like Gina is a good actress. I want to know if Courtney is a good actor. I just want to know. Like, you can kind of see that they're kind of at least decent when they're doing the songs, but I want to see if they're actually good when it comes to speaking dialogue. We never get to see those parts. Yeah. I just want to see one fucking damn acting scene. Thank you. Overall, season 4 looks fun and intriguing. I'm intrigued. It looks like we are going to get this play on of a High School Musical 4 reunion. Even though I didn't see Zach, Vanessa, or Ashley in that trailer. Where are you guys? Where is Zach? Where is Vanessa? And where is Ashley? They were all there. We were all stalking the Instagrams. They all went up there and visited the school lately. So I want to know why Zach, Vanessa, and Ashley are not in the trailer. We got Corbin, we got Monique, we got Allison Reed, we got Bart Johnson, we got Lucas Graybill again. I mean, you might as well call up Casey Stroh again. She was there for one scene. Like, call her up again. So where are the main characters? Not saying that I don't love that. I mean, Lucas was a main character, and so was Corbin. But where are the people I actually care about? I want to see Zach, Vanessa, and Ashley. Where are they? Where are they? I don't know where they are, love. Again, it looks like Maddox and Jet are coming in. It looks like they're going to be filming this High School Musical 4 movie. I don't know why we're being obsessed with filming things around these kids, but okay, because they go to the school. Like all of a sudden now, it just seems like they made a show about the people who go to the high school that was in the High School Musical movie, and now it seems like they've diverted to make like including that into their plot line of, oh well, let's just make a movie or let's make a documentary because I hear the people that went to East High that we featured in High School Musical 4 are here, so let's make a documentary about them. Let's follow the Wildcats even though they're the Leopards, and let's make a movie after school too. Like I don't know. I don't know if you should keep keeping these cameras around these kids. I think they're a little tired of it. Not the main camera of the whole mockumentary thing, but like extra cameras. Like they're getting extra cameras to the cameras that they're already having followed around them. It looks like, yeah. Also, those other two girls, the girl from that one viral video from the that girl, I love that she was in this season, and the other girl, I don't remember their names, but they look like they're going to be in this season too. Love that for them. It just kind of looks to me from the teaser trailer. We don't have any official trailer yet, but it just looks like the teaser trailer that I'm hoping that we're going to have fun. Not too much drama, I'm hoping we're just going to have fun. So I'm ready for it. Invite me to the premiere. Disney, please. Can Disney please invite me to the premiere? I love this show. I've always been the #1 fan of it. Just invite me to the fucking premiere. I don't think you won't regret it. You won't regret it. I swear. I swear you won't regret it. Just invite me to the premiere because I'm giving you free promo right now. All episodes of season 4 of High School Musical, the musical, the series are dropping on August 9th. All 8 episodes. So it's not going to be the weekly release again. Disney, why are you dropping all the episodes at one time? Why can't we get a weekly release for the last season? It seems like you guys are giving up the ball. I will be binge watching it the second it drops. Yeah, unfortunately for my feelings, because as soon as I realize I watched them all, I'm not going to get more episodes. I'm going to be sad, but it's going to be okay because I need to know what's going on and I need to know immediately. I don't need to be left behind in the pack. So, of course, I will be here again sometime in August to talk about season 4 with you guys. And that's kind of all I have to say. Like, really don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more content from me, I mentioned it earlier really fastly, but I did just do a live reaction to Olivia's new single Vampire. I reacted to the song and the music video. I'm hoping that I am going to upload more on here. I'm done with college, so I'm kind of I have a lot more free time. Yeah, and if you want to see more content from me, like this video and subscribe to my channel for future updates. And leave a comment down below. If you're excited about season 4, what you think was going to happen in season 4, what you thought about season 3 when it actually did premiere. I'm sorry I'm real late to the party to talk about this. And if you want to follow me on social media, all the links are down below in the description box. If you want to do that for clues of when I'm going to update, I should actually start doing that. And links to the videos easier, just in case, YouTube don't want to tell you that I uploaded. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.